there is a distinction to be made, or at least if we're going to talk about the impact of tech and the online world on children and young people, we need to look more broadly than social media.
Yes.
If we're going
Yes,
to
yes, yes.
talk, if we're going to talk about what we're noticing about the changes in the emotional health and well-being of our young people, we need to not just look at tech and the online world. We need to look at everything that is happening in society.
Yeah, there is. I'll actually send you a link to it. There's a very good podcast that I've not long watched, which is an attachment specialist talking about actually the mental health crisis started before technology,
Mm,
which I'm sure yourself being in this domain, this is not a new arrival, and because of tech, it's much more complicated and nuanced. Um,
I
but
didn't suddenly
certainly,
get busier. I didn't
yeah.
suddenly get busier in 2010.
There is, yeah, there is something to be said about. I get it. Clickbait books and book titles sell. So no tech, no social media. But if they want to take a laptop into their bedroom, then, and I just kind of rolled my eyes and went, then you really do not understand what the dangers are and where they come from. And the
Mm,
reason I say that, Colby, is because the reason I'm in the world of cyber trauma is because of something that happened to my children when they were
mm,
about 10 or 11 on these flip phones, which
mm.
are allegedly safe. I can tell you they are not, because all of the spaces that children can interact and engage with all have the same kind of harms, and they can be accessed in many different ways. They can be accessed at a library, they can be accessed. I actually know recently of a child managing to do something on a McDonald's device in the
Wow.
restaurant. So
Mm,
children are savvy enough to know how to get around if they're not allowed on social media, because there's no way to regulate this vast internet.
mm,
So going back to my position on this, I would say we need education for parents that A, does not shame and blame, because that's what I'm seeing
mm,
at the moment. There is a huge drive to say, well, you gave them the damn devices, you should know better, you must, you can, you and what I've seen as a fallout is scared and angry parents. And when we're scared and angry and we go into fight, flight, freeze, we want the thing to go away, which is
mm.
why the campaigns at the moment for no phones, no social media, no whatever it is, smart tech, this, that, and the other, they're
Yeah.
coming from a place of fear of the unknown.
Mm,
And
mm,
it's being driven by lots and lots of narratives in the mainstream media, and certainly by TV shows saying, oh my goodness, this particular outlier case could be your child. And that isn't
mm.
helping anybody.
No.
And the children that are growing up now are going to be prime ministers, they're going to be the technicians, they're going to be the surgeons, they're going to be the librarians, they're going to be tradespeople.
Mm,
And they are going to do that with technology, which also includes AI. And if we're going to make this approach, get rid of smartphones, get rid of social media, what is it
mm.
that we're going to miss out on by teaching children how to survive in the real world?
Yeah.
And it harks of going back to hunter-gatherer tribes and saying, we're not going to have fire in the camp because it could actually burn our village down. So
Mm,
we're not going to learn to live with fire because it could potentially be dangerous. Whereas
mm,
another hunter-gatherer tribe might say, well, we're going to contain ours with stones and we're going to use it, and we're always going to have somebody
mm.
taking care of the fire to make sure it doesn't go beyond the bricks, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
And what we're doing at the moment is we're saying we're going to be a village that has no fire. There we are. We've
Mm,
progressed far more than the tribe next to us, who have learned to harness and contain it and to educate people about the dangers, but also fire can cook food, fire can keep
mm,
us warm. And this goes to that metaphysical approach. So Heidegger talked about this actually and
mm,
called this techne. This is the use of tools, if you like, to improve the environment and society and
mm.
progress.
Mm.